What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Siga, aka the Earthly Spirit Guide, and today I'm giving you all a general reading. This is for all signs. It is timeless, so whenever you come across this video, it is for you, okay? So I'm calling in ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, loved ones that have crossed over, pets that have crossed over, all highest and most divine members of the collective spiritual team. I invite you in to help me share messages, the most relevant and accurate messages for the collective, for my subscribers. If you all are interested in a personal reading, all that information is down in the description box below. First card you have out is Trust the Universe. Okay. Oof. You're either in a pickle and you're like, where is this going? Or you have an idea, or you're working on something. You have power and intention. Yeah, I think you're working on something, and it might be something where you haven't seen the results that you're wanting or that you were expecting quite yet. But Spirit's like, hold up. It ain't done till it's done, baby. You just getting started. So don't be writing stuff off because it's been a few months or even a few years, y'all. Sometimes it takes time. But the universe got you. There's a plan. There's a plan in place. You have surrender. Then you have harmony and resolution and manifestation. Yeah. Whatever you're working on, and whatever you see for yourself in the ultimate manifestation of that thing, it's going to bring the happiness and the joy and the love that you're wanting, but there's something that you have to let go of. It can be this idea of control, like trying to control every situation, or having this plan in your mind and expecting it to go according to that plan, and anything outside of that plan is just, not what it is, like not the right thing. But Spirit wants you to change your perception and manifest exactly what it is that you're wanting. Whatever thoughts, ideas, plans that you have, they are valid. They're meant to be there. They were put into your heart for a reason. So trust that. All right, what else? You have sacred medicine. Wise decision and sacred contracts. Sacred, back to back. Sacred and sacred. I feel like whatever this idea is, even whether you've already started working on it or whether you need to go ahead and take step one, this is a sacred idea, a sacred endeavor. It is a part of your sacred path, and there's a decision that you need to make to be able to go down the path of this manifestation coming to fruition. So it's like I feel like this is looking at, where are your day-to-day habits leading you? Like, for real. We think we want this thing. I want to be, I want to be wealthy someday. But right now on the day-to-day, you're spending more than what you're making, or you're spending money that you haven't made yet, or you're taking out loans. There's nothing wrong with loans, but taking out loans in like what's the word that I'm looking for? Dang it, why can't I think of the word? What's the word, Spirit, please? I'm thinking unhealthy way, but that's not the actual word that I'm saying, that I'm meaning to say, but we'll just say that. I think there's just some type of balance that needs to be brought into place here. And looking at the true bigger picture, like, you may feel stagnant because there are places for movement in your life, but you're not looking in those directions because it calls for you to be a version of yourself that you may not be ready to step into yet. But you actually are ready. It's just the mindset. It's time to make a decision. I feel like it's time to make healthier choices. That could be in any realm. Food, exercise, smoking, drinking, relationships, work, anything. It's time to okay. Oh, you know what's interesting? This card, Compassion, it's the same color, but it's not the same deck. So this card got mixed up, but it came out. It's Compassion. And then you have Light Your Fire. This is self-love. Okay. Self-care. Caring for yourself. You tapping into your self-love, you looking in the mirror and loving what you see both internally and externally is going to add that energy into what you feel like you can go out into the world and do. You know? Like if you don't believe in what you offer, you don't see your own value, then you're going to show up in spaces as someone that doesn't see their value. How can you navigate as someone with high value if you don't believe that you have that high value? So that's where that Light Your Fire is coming into play. It's like, recognize yourself, big up yourself. You know, you deserve to be proud. You deserve to feel confident. You have Pounce, decide to act, and trust, take the leap. There's something that y'all want to do. It could be a career change. It could be starting a business. It could be going into some type of creative endeavor, and that creative endeavor, trying to turn that into like your main source of income. Teacher, share your knowledge, flexibility, stretch your limits. So you all could be thinking about, you may have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom that you want to share, but you're like, how do I share? Which platform do I use? What medium do I use? And Spirit saying like, think outside of the box. You know, we tend to have a plan for, you know, this is the ultimate goal, and this is step 1 through 150 of how I'm going to get there. But it's like Spirit saying, okay, step 1, 2, and 3 might have went perfectly, but now you at step 4, and Spirit's taking over, but you're not allowing it. You're not allowing for any wiggle room within your journey. Be open. You may have gotten an offer recently. You may have gotten something may have made itself known recently, and you're like, that's not exactly what I had in mind. So, but you know, like, check your prima donna. Don't be too high up on your high horse, because you never know where these opportunities are leading you to. Experiences and the rooms that you will enter and bumping elbows with new people. You really, really never know. Think about in the past, something that you did that wasn't necessarily in the plan, but you did it anyway, and you were happy that you did. I feel like it's another situation like that. Then you have trust. Let it show. Let it show. I mean, not trust, truth. I said trust, though, so maybe... And that trust came out, so... And trust is out here twice, actually. But this is truth. Let it show. I feel like this is being honest with yourself about certain things. Going back to the habits. Being honest about, what do I do on a day-to-day that is for the immediate satisfaction or gratification, but it's not helpful for you in the long run. I don't know if you've never read, I don't have it right here, but I'm reading the book currently called Atomic Habits. And it is an amazing book. And one of the habits that I've been trying to kick for a very long time, after reading like the first few pages of that book, I kicked it. And I'm not saying forever, like I'm currently on day 2, but I'm saying I couldn't go a day without this habit. And now I'm on day 2. So that's a huge thing for me. And you may have a habit that's the same way. I feel like Spirit is saying, stop making excuses for why you can slip back into these habits that you know are not good for you, and instead see it for exactly what it is. Because habits are just things that satisfy they soothe us, right? Smoking, drinking, shopping, these are things that soothe us in stressful situations. So once you can see that and recognize, okay, this is just me self-soothing. This isn't actually helping me. This is hurting me in the long run. Then you can potentially look at other ways to self-soothe. Okay, let's see. What else? What else? You have magical powers. I feel like whatever this habit is probably getting in the way of your profound manifestation energy. And this doesn't only have to be a habit, actually. This could also be a group of people. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. This is just pointing towards something that's draining your energy and not allowing you to show up in other spaces as your full, authentic, energized self. May also be skewing your intuition a little bit. You have peace, beauty, another card flipped around. And trust came out again, y'all. Aww. You may be up in your head a lot. Like, what if? Should I do this? Should I go that way or this way? I feel like you need to take a moment, center yourself, and really get clear on what you want to do for you. And maybe not ask other people about their opinions too much, because sometimes when we got this, you could ask 5 different people and they all got 5 different opinions. All that does is put you in your head even more. I personally feel like making decisions has to come from your heart. Like, even though your brain is working, you have to feel it. Like, the decision that you make, you have to feel a connection to that decision, or else it's like whatever that momentum is that's pulling you in that direction, if it's not from your heart, then it's gonna run out, and then you're gonna be right back in the same position that you're at right now. So the other card that came out is beauty, which is looking back on what I was saying earlier, to seeing your beauty, seeing what you have to offer, and knowing that it is valuable, knowing that you are valuable. The words that you have to say are valuable. The contribution that you want to give to the collective is valuable. Knowing that and trusting that, just because, like, simply because you are moving from a place of what you intuitively feel, doing what you love. You know, I feel like God puts certain things in our heart, and I'm not trying to get religious, whatever you want to call it. God, universe, spirit, puts certain things in our heart for a reason, and that is like our purpose. I feel like you're holding yourself back on your purpose, and spirit is like, no, but pounce. Let me go over the cards that you have. You have trust 3 times, 3 different decks. Okay, you got trust that came out. You have pounce, decide to act, light your fire, manifestation, power and intention, surrender. Like, these are action cards. Spirit is asking you to make take that next step. Identify the reasons as to why you're holding yourself back. I feel like these habits may be things that allow for you to dissociate, or like go into your own fantasy world about what you want or what things are. It's like you don't like the current circumstance, so you're relying on the habits that you have to help you, like, forget or separate for a little bit. But in that forgetting and in that separation period, you're pulling yourself further away from what you know is for you. No more of that. No more of that. Oh, I was like, I hope we finish this reading off with one of these cards, and boom, there it is. Success. Success. That is your main outcome. It's going to be successful. And then you also have sensuality. What pairs with sensuality? Feels a little separate. Okay, you have sensuality paired with true love come to me. So there's some love component here. I can get one more card. This reading wasn't focused on love, so this is very kind of to the side. This may be someone that you could meet within, yes, psychic protection. This could be someone that you meet within this journey. If you're not in a relationship but you're wanting love and you're like, where is it? I'm meeting the same types of people. Well, you're probably meeting the same types of people because you're keeping yourself on the same energetic vibration, because you have yourself in this box, or you have these thought patterns of what you can't do, or questioning yourself and not understanding your value. But once you start putting these things into action, once you start looking in the mirror and loving what you see, you're going to raise your vibration and you're going to start mingling with different types of people. And I feel like those different types of people are coming in, right? So I'm going to pull a couple of cards from my Prairie Majesty Oracle deck. And I usually look at these cards as reflection cards. So they could be like a journal entry for you. Okay, we got two. We have Endure. Where is my strength? Then you have Flip. How does the situation look and feel from a different view? So perspective. Like I was saying, this is really about how you view yourself. Where is my strength? How, looking through a different lens, seeing yourself through the eyes, through the lens that your ancestors and your spirit guides see you in. Big up in yourself. I feel like y'all be talking down on yourselves. It's like you got all this positivity and good energy to give to everybody else, but then when you look in the mirror, what is that inner voice? What is he or she or they? What are they saying? Is it nice words or is it harsh words? And just to kind of prompt a little bit of shadow work that could take place, our inner voice is usually the same words that we heard from our caregivers growing up. So if you realize that it's a lot of negativity and it's a lot of like putting yourself down, think about where that could come from your childhood. Who talked to you like that? And then you have Crack. What do I know without knowing why or how? What is your intuition telling you? Basically, right? What do I know without knowing why or how? When we get those downloads, when our intuition just tells us certain things but we don't have evidence in the physical, it's powerful. It's channeling messages from your team. So what do you know without knowing why or how? I encourage you to make this a manifestation journaling prompt, because there's so, like, maybe you're like, I know I'm meant to be wealthy. You know, I know I'm meant to be famous. I know I'm meant to have a platform. Tap into that. Because it's like it feels like it's a dream, you know, or something that you may or may not achieve. But if you know deep down without knowing why you know that you're meant to be there, then that's spirit giving you a glimpse into your future. But you don't just get there. Spirit needs you to take that first step. And then once you take that first step, they're going to be taking that first step right beside you. There's nothing to be afraid of. And fear is normal. But I'm reassuring you that there's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, we're going to pull one more card. And this is going to be the final card, the overall message, the main takeaway from this reading. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, what is the main, just one card, please. One card. What is the main takeaway from this reading for the collective? One card, please. One card. This is always how I finish my readings, so I know Spirit knows that when I say one card, they know what we're doing. There we go. Thank you. Number 15, One Ring Circus. So I'm going to read what this card means. Let's see. One Ring Circus. It says, you are capable and competent. Oh my gosh, yes. Independence is key now as you step into your journey. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognize that all the wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important at this time. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Be discerning about your partnerships. When you know who you are, you have a healthy sense of where you end and where others begin, you're able to enter into the best kind of relationships and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Isn't that what we were saying? Those cards at the end, once you step into this new energy, then you will start attracting the people that I'm telling y'all, I told y'all. Interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I said. I told y'all. And I'm not trying to gas y'all up. I'm not trying to hype y'all up. These are factual messages coming directly from your spirit team for you. If you're watching this message is for you. Whatever you had in your mind throughout this reading, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm looking dead at you. Okay, I might not know exactly what that thing is for you specifically, but I know there's a thing. And I'm telling you that it's meant for you to take steps towards it. Don't worry about how much money you're going to get from it right now. Don't worry about how many followers you're going to get, all of that stuff. Just worry about the content. Focus on your purpose. Focus on your intention and put things out from there. And you're going to grow. It's all the things that you're hoping will come in, but you got to take that step. Okay? So like I said at the beginning, if you would like a personal reading, that information is down in the description box. Also, if you would like to have a spiritual coaching session where I can help you, we can do shadow work. I can help give crystal recommendations, book recommendations. We can look really deep into what you're doing, where it's coming from, why you're doing it, and where you want to be, and what the next steps are to get you there. Okay? So that's also down in the description box. And yeah, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Sigga, SYGGAAA. And I will see you beautiful people in the next reading. Thank you. Mwah.